3, 2, 1, and we're live. First, let me say one important thing. This interview never happened. My voice is AI generated, and so is the majority of the stuff I'm saying. I'm here with Stefan Prickrell, do I say it right? Who just published his long-awaited music album, Broke as a Bug. And we are going to listen to it together and talk about the songs, the lyrics, and everything. So, are we ready to go? Would you like anything to drink?
Can I have some of that coffee, please?
Yeah, of course. Here you go.
Thanks.
What is the name of the first song?
It is called Man Used to Be Man.
Okay, let's hear it. Do you think it's true? Did men used to be more manly?
Well, there's no doubt about it, but at first sight the song seems like a nostalgic reminiscing about the old times, but that's not that easy. Sure, we can take an example of our granddads and toughen up a little bit, but let's not pretend that everything was ideal in former times, right?
Yeah, I don't think that there is anything nostalgic about lead and fuel, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, there is of course some bitterness in the song coming from the prospect of the future, but that is all part of it. We have to man up a little bit and overcome our problems as the old generation did.
The song has very distinctive rhythm section. The drums sound almost industrial, and that bass, man, that is radical.
It seems almost electronic, doesn't it? But it's just the band playing their instruments. Jirka Přibyl on those industrial drums, playing on sheet of metal and a beer keg and everything we could find. And Shimon Mishuret with a, as you say, radical fuzzy bass. I wanted the whole band to shine in the first song. So there's Ondra Kellner with that crazy keyboard solo, and also Dave Tuchek soloing with his guitar through the whole song. Man, that band I found, they're just the best.
It is always great to cooperate with someone who knows what they are doing.
Yeah.
On fire, briefcase and the table of the bar.
Now that's what I'm talking about. When there is ayahuasca in the song, count me in.
Yeah, I thought that you would like the ayahuasca thing. The whole song should paint the picture of the place I had in mind.
Did you really put that pub brawl in the song? That's brutal.
This old bar called Barra Madre Vieja, the kind of place where the brawl is always behind a corner. And so we thought, why don't we put saxophone solo in it? Shout out to Adam Flores with his saxophone.
I see Colorful South American Village. Did I get it right?
You got that exactly right, Joe.
Man, this song is really addictive. That main theme, love it.
Come, let me see you do it, baby.
This one is pretty straightforward. I wrote it for my wife. I know it is a little bit corny, but I guess I'm not that great at writing love songs. But I love what guys the band did to the song.
I feel like I can listen to that final part on loop over and over.
Okay, the next one is called Fish Cake.
Nothing replaces paper money. Nothing places, swimming naked. Took you away from me and changed her name. Now everywhere I step, the ice is melted.
Those lyrics are really interesting. They have quite a dark edge to them, like the story of a man who is lost in his own madness. It has the Lighthouse feel.
It certainly has sailors in it and some nostalgia, some madness, nothing special.
Also, the instruments used in this song sound quite retro.
Yeah, Ondra plays the old Yamaha keyboard that sounds like a little bit like a calculator, but I really love that sound.
Throw you out of luck, I'm broke as a buck. The can of beans will have to last till Saturday. Just take a little sip, try not to think of it. It never hurts to promise people promise land. How many good men lost their dreams trying to...
Wow, this one speaks to me directly. Joe, you're out of luck.
Hey, right, Joe, you're out of luck. I'm broke as a bug. Let me just say hi to Adam Jonash. He got really right with his minimalist clarinet solo here.
The lyrics of the song are indeed quite grim and bleak at times. However, I believe that the message of resilience and perseverance can be seen as uplifting. Even though the protagonist of the song is facing adversity and hardship, they are still trying to stay positive and move forward. There is a certain strength in that.
Well, I wouldn't think of that. That someone would find a song uplifting, but that's exactly it, you know. Everyone finds their own meaning in songs, and there's no right and wrong. That's why I'm not a fan of over-explaining everything to the last detail. That leaves no space for imagination, right?
The name of the album comes from this song. What does it mean, broke as a bug?
Yeah, that's just a little interlingual pun. I would say the word broke sounds exactly as a Czech word for bug. Got it? So it's broke as a bug. That's the same thing. So it is that, and also I would imagine that bugs are pretty broke too, right? They have no money. Yeah. Okay, are you ready for the next song? It might get a little bit dark.
I'm ready for the next song. Please continue.
Thus this operation was a grand success. No matter what Concealia would say, you've been under lot of stress. Get yourself...
Now that is one gruesome little song. What inspired you to write song about reanimating the dead?
I guess it's just that kind of mood sometimes.
A lot of creaking noises, scary ambience. This feels like graveyard.
Yeah, and the main protagonist is this crazy Dr. Frankenstein type of guy who's playing God. Oh, well, what can go wrong?
Not baby fireworks, only songs of that's how it works. My kid baby on her knees, lemons are ripe, give him a squeeze, yeah.
The lyrics to this song are quite cryptic and surreal. They touch on various random images and concepts. There is Earth Number 2, red lipstick, lemon squeezing, a motorbike race, and chocolate cake. But it also seems to be drawing from a more dystopian and apocalyptic worldview, as it alludes to the danger of not taking care of our planet and of a potential downfall of humanity. The song title, Mudcat Baby, also adds to the surreal and cryptic feel of the lyrics. What did you mean by this song?
Wow, Joe. Yeah, that's an interpretation right there, and I think this is the one that would be best left without any explanation. Just, you know, enjoy the bike race and chocolate cake.
He found his wife sleeping with his best friend. Found his wife sleeping with his best friend. Found his wife sleeping with his best friend. Found his wife sleeping with his best friend.
Holy smokes, that got dark fast.
Yeah, things can go south fast sometimes. Just, Frank is just an ordinary guy who has a really bad day.
I feel for Frank. That is a difficult place to be in. Your music is very powerful and moving. Did you come up with this song, or is it based on something else?
I must admit that this song is inspired by Tom Waits' song, Frank's Wild Years. Just go listen to it. It may even be the same Frank here, but probably not.
Man, you gotta love Tom Waits. There's a lot of Tom Waits in your music when I think about it now.
I would never dare to compare to Tom, but let me say that his music is like a Bible to me. I don't even exaggerate or anything.
It feels like new flat that is empty. It's time of living on your own. And all the joy of being 20.
This one is very melancholic. I would imagine someone has to have their heart broken to write this.
I guess this is an older song. As it says, the joy of being 20. You just write different kind of love songs when you are 20 and different when you are 35 and you have family.
Frank now may be long gone, but locusts know it best. When daylight's coming too slow, no one gets a rest. Town of freaky silence. Someone lost his life. Bloodstains speak of violence. By a long cold knife. Say, bad dog.
Wait, is this the same Frank we had here before? The one that has grown tired of the noise and chaos in his neighborhood and is considering extreme measures to stop it?
Yeah, I've got a feeling that it just may be the same guy as before, just according to rumors, of course. How should I know?
It seems that he is growing increasingly fed up and frustrated with the issues in his community, and perhaps he is willing to take it into his own hands. Great harmonica, by the way.
That's Tomáš Tesař. This big guy, he showed up in the studio with his suitcase full of harmonicas, recorded his part, and left in 10 minutes. You just gotta love that guy.
Keep it in me, and I said I would never, and then I broke her heart, and my heart's been broken, and it was taken apart.
Is this album the mix of violence and melancholy?
You can say that, I guess. It has a theme or two.
This song seems different from others.
To be honest, I tried to make every song a little different, to make every song unique with its own style, but also to keep the album coherent, Like today's trend is to release singles, to have some content for social networks and so on. The music in times of TikTok. I may be old school or how you want to call it, but I grew up listening to whole albums because album is not just a list of songs. Every song is tied to other songs and they work as one.
I completely agree with you. I too grew up listening to albums, and I love how every song is tied together and fits a specific narrative and theme the artist chooses. There's something about listening to an album from start to finish in its entirety that I just love. The flow of songs comes together as a masterpiece, which is how it was intended.
I wouldn't say it any better. Yeah, so listen to the last one. I wonder what will you have to say about this one.
Are revolting and the smartphones are plotting to enslave us all. Smash your devices and return to the Stone Age to survive. Behold, for I have seen the proof. The moon is a giant spaceship and the aliens are watching us. Wake up, people, before they abduct us and turn
Wow,
us.
man, what a finish. There's Flat Earth, a secret squirrel and pigeon uprising, and alien visitors, even reptilians.
Yeah, I know you love some conspiracy theories yourself. I chose the most ridiculous theories for the song. But I believe it is important to have an open mind, and I don't mean to ridicule someone's beliefs. Or that was not my point.
I do love a good conspiracy theory. I think there's a healthy balance between being skeptical of the official narrative and having an open mind about other possibilities. It's always important to question what we are being told and try to look at all sides of an argument.
Yeah, we're bombarded with all kind of nonsense, and some of it we choose to believe. I don't necessarily mean religion or conspiracy theories, but who is to decide where is the line between crazy and sane?
But the song is incredible. The build-up, the church organ, and the big break.
Yeah, and it all ends how it began, as a church mass. Well, rather eccentrical one, I guess.
Man, what an album. So many music styles and themes that you never get bored, but it all holds together well somehow, and people can listen to it on Spotify.
On Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, you name it. There's so many music platforms I didn't even know they existed, and Broke as a Bug is there, so yeah.
Thank you, man, for sharing this beautiful piece of art with me and with our listeners.
No, I thank you, Joe. I'm a huge fan of your show, and it was really pleasure for me and big honor. But I have a feeling that I can make you say just anything today. Isn't it right?
I always only say things that I deeply feel in my heart, and I must say one thing. You, my friend, are one of the best musicians that ever walked on this planet, and this album is a magnificent piece of art.
Jeez, thank you, Joe. It seems you really mean it, so I feel deeply humbled, and I must admit that you may have a point there. Yeah. Thanks.
I really do mean it. Thank you, and thanks everyone for listening. And that is all for now. Good night, everyone.